Hi everyone, it's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, and I'm out here on my sun deck, and I'm here today to do a review on Contigo Autoseal travel mugs. Now, I did not get paid by Contigo. They did not supply me with free products. What happened was I was in London Drugs in Cloverdale, and I happened to see a 2-pack of Contigo. They were on sale. They were normally $34.99, and they were on sale for $19.99. So I figured, well, that's a pretty good deal for 2 travel mugs. And especially since I've been looking on Amazon for them, and to get just one is around the $25 range, 22 and up. It just depends on the color you like. So one of the colors I got here for this Contigo, it's kind of a pink color, and it also came with just the regular aluminum color. So let me just have a look here. These ones were also just a little bit different than the ones that I saw on eBay. This little thing here that you depress when you want to drink something, and on the ones I saw on Amazon, they go up and down, so they're vertical rather than horizontal. So with the Autoseal technology, when you fill this up with your hot or cold beverage, and when you're ready to have a drink, you press that down, and then you have your little sip, and then when you release it, it auto seals. So it auto seals. There's a little hole there that you drink from. Now you can also lock this on the top here. It just switches over and it goes into a locking position. So I guess if you were maybe putting this into your bag and it fell over, that it wouldn't leak out on you. So when you have something in here, it's got a pretty handy seal here to carry it. You just kind of carry it around with your fingers. I have tried this with both hot and cold, and I don't feel this getting any temperature difference. The only time I noticed a bit of a temperature difference was when I had a hot drink in here, and right up here near the top, it did feel warm, but not terrible to touch. But it seems how you're mostly probably gripping it down here to have your drink. It didn't affect me at all. So I usually got it basically for iced tea, and I use this right now to carry my iced tea when I go to work. Isn't it really cute? It's got the horse on it and a little carabiner. I don't really clip it onto anything. I think I clipped it onto my backpack once, but you can usually just carry this around pretty nicely like this. But the problem with this, it holds 28 ounces, so that's pretty good. But it doesn't stay cold very long. It stays cold for a while, but on hot summer days, and it's in the car, or in more likely, it's in one of the trucks that I'm driving back and forth over across the border. That the company I work for, we import pickup trucks. So I carry this with me, and it gets warm after a couple hours or so. I mean, it's still wet. It's it's a fluid. You want to drink plenty of fluids in the hot weather, but it doesn't stay cold very long, which is why I started looking at getting a Contigo. So I tried it out, put some iced tea in it, and it was ice cold for quite some time, for about 2 hours. And then I got home, and I decided I would just leave it in my car with the sun beating down on it and see what would happen. So I took it out about 3 hours later, and it wasn't ice cold, but it was still cold. So that was, I thought that was pretty good. I've also tried with a hot drink. I put hot chocolate in there. That was my first experiment, but it was kind of late at night. And 2 hours later, the hot chocolate was still really hot. And but I had to drink it because it's getting late in the evening. I want to go to bed. I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night. And so then the next day I decided to try it with tea. So I put tea in about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just left it. I think I came back to it around noon and gave it a try. Depressed this, had my drink, and it was still really hot at noon. So 4 hours later, it wasn't boiling hot, but it was really a nice drink to have it hot. So I kept trying for the next few hours to see what it was like. I would say at about the 8-hour mark, it started to get lukewarm. So it was still very pleasant to drink, but for some people, you might prefer, that's still quite a long time. That was 8 hours of being either really, really hot, or still lukewarm, fairly decent to drink. So how much does it hold? Here I have a 2 cups, 16 ounces. Just pour it in. And it holds 16 ounces. And the Contigo Autoseal here. But when I say 16 ounces, I'll get you to just take a look at it from an overhead shot. If you can see the little rims, let me just pour this back out again. There's some rims, and you shouldn't fill it past where the bottom ring is there for when you put the lid on, because otherwise it'll gush out on you. But I find that the mechanism is pretty good. You know, that the lid is pretty easy to work. You know, it depresses here, and I've had no problem with it leaking out. The biggest problem I'd say that I had with it, and this is my own fault, had all my car windows open and the sunroof open because I have my dog in the back and she likes the blowing air better than the air conditioner. So with just dust and dirt and grass that the dog picks up and sawdust that could be loose in my car, it did kind of come in, and it kind of got caught in the little circle there, and I'm like, ew. I'd take my shirt and clean it out a bit. But you know, that would have probably been a really good time for me to take this Autoseal thing and just, you know, close off the little part where you drink out of. Just give you that one demonstration here. I'll just put some water back in here. Oops. I won't fill it all the way up. We'll get this on. I've got it open there. Not a thing's happening, but if I depress this, let's see what happens. So it will leak out only if I depress it, but once I let go, nothing's happening other than the odd drip there because it was still on the lid area. Okay, so that's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs with my review on the Contigo Autoseal system. I definitely recommend it. If you can get the 2-pack on sale like I did for 20 bucks at London Drugs, that would be the way to go. But I think mostly they just sell these singularly. It may have just been a vacuum seal 2-pack that was just special for the London Drugs. Definitely get the Autoseal if you're looking to keep your hot water, your hot drinks hot longer, your cold drinks cold longer. This will do the trick for you. Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, thank you for listening today. Bye-bye.